What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell,
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
I actually was born in London, but I grew up in Chicago. And I've lived all over the world. I've lived in Hawaii, I've lived in Fiji, in Europe, all parts of Asia, South America. And so I've learned how different cultures get along together, right? And a lot of places are just, they hang with the same kind of people no matter where they are. And so the reason that I'm coming to you today is I want to talk to you about a place called London. It's pretty much, for me, the most interwoven community that I've ever seen. And you see culture so integrated, it was just so refreshing. And so when most people think about London, they think about, you know, the Big Ben, the London Eye, the House of Parliament, the red phone boxes, you know, those funny looking taxis, you know, all the stuff in central London. Now, I'm not saying, I love all of that. All I'm saying is there's so much more to London than just central London. And so what I want to do is I spent some time in South London. I only spent a couple days, so forgive me. I am not doing South London justice. I'm not going to be covering all of South London because I was only there for 2.5 days. But what I want to share with you, if you've been to New York, right, you know Manhattan. It's amazing. But it's undeniable that Brooklyn has more culture than Manhattan. For me, I'm more of a Brooklyn person, right? Baby. And so for me, Brixton is my Brooklyn. And so when you come to London, I want you to check this place out. And I want to just take you around for a few days. And I was blessed to have some of my friends, locals of London, show me around and just show me what's good. So if you know anything.
All right, yeah, we're going to give it a quick pause because that was jam-packed.
Yeah.
Intro was jam-packed, but he made a mention, Lord, if I can remember how he said that, I probably won't be able to quote it verbatim, but he said that people, no matter where they are around the world, hang with people they're familiar with.
Yeah.
And I want to ask a question. Why do you think people do that?
Comfortability.
Comfortability. So it's really not a person's fault if they're not liked. It's just that person just have a tribe.
Yeah.
Or they have a group of people that they know they're looking for that they can be themselves in. Growth can be with other people as well, but when it comes to your group, you're going to be instantly yourself.
Yeah, the place you can be your most self at.
That's where you want to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
but it is good to branch out. You get to learn about other people, other ways of life, how people view life, you know, and you can grow in it.
Facts.
About the boy, I love to eat. So they took me to this place called Brixton Village. And then here you have so many different vendors, you know, coming together. And they opened this place about 5-6 years ago. And if you don't know anything about the history of Brixton, it's changed a lot. See, I haven't been to Brixton in like 2 years. And I was like, what's this spot? What's this spot? Like, who are these people? It looks so different than it did before. And Brixton's known culturally as like a Caribbean African place. So that's where, you know, a lot of immigrants that came from Jamaica, came from Africa, this is where they pretty much came when they came to London. Changes that are happening in Brooklyn and around the world in similar places is what's happening in Brixton. So if you have a chance to see it before it completely changes, I can't recommend it more. Because one of the sad things is that Brixton is losing a lot of its Jamaican culture. While you can see it just by walking around for a couple minutes, but you will also see, you know, now the hipster kids that are walking around having a cappuccino. 10 years ago, you wouldn't catch a white kid walking around Brixton at like night. It just wasn't safe. I probably wouldn't walk around Brixton late at night before. And so, you know, while some things change, you know, the more they say the same. But you still have a lot of the local vendors. You can still feel like the authentic soul of Brixton. So one of my favorite places that I've been to London a lot before is this Jamaican spot. If you want patties, if you want, you know, oxtail, you want jerk chicken, all that good stuff, this place has been around for 20+ years, and it's a big staple within the Brixton community. One of the biggest discussions in Brixton right now is the change that's happening, right? So you have a place that is culturally known for Caribbean vibes, African, and now you have new people that are moving in that are kind of hipster or more, I don't even know how to say it politically correct, more white, right? And so you have the clashes of people saying, hey, no, this is our neighborhood, and then this saying, this is our neighborhood too. But the thing is, I see both sides of the story. I don't have enough time today to go over the complete story. And there's this place called the Big Apple, Brixton. I hope I said that right.
So we are seeing this happen in a lot of communities around different countries. I believe we have a video on the lineup of Jamaica dealing with gentrification, but we haven't gotten to it yet because of the time frame of the video. And see, because I don't know about London when it comes to that, I don't know of that landscape in London. I only know it from an American viewpoint here.
Right.
When you have a place that has always been like this.
But you said it was more of a Caribbean, African vibe.
Yeah, right. Especially dealing with the history, you know, we watched the riots and things like that. Especially knowing that this is their safe place. And now this is happening in a new generation.
Yeah.
How do Brixton Londoners feel about that? Let us know. And I think it was another place they talked about, but it was like a richer side of the black population.
Yeah.
And they said that it's dwindling down now. Let us know. I don't know. Educate us on that right there.
Yeah, it's... I mean, you hear that a lot happening.
And you see it here.
And you see it. It's like you said, you know, this topic can be very...
It can.
It can go there.
It can.
You know,
and I don't want it to.
And I don't want to have to... I don't want to say the wrong thing and instantly go there in the comment sections with y'all. And I'm fighting for my life. Because y'all be going hard.
Really?
But, I don't know. It's just like at some point, like here in Texas, you're going to have locations where people say, where is the black community?
Yeah.
Where is everybody located where, you know, where my son can see, or my daughter can see a black teacher or a black police officer or a black mayor, a black lawyer, whatever the case may be. Because representation is always key. Culture at that is always key. But usually, like, it's what's happening here and also in other locations, it starts to dwindle down because prices start to go up.
And it makes it hard. Other people moving in makes it harder for the people who live there.
Now we can
are used to being there. And
we can definitely go here with it. Redlining. At one point in history, one side was so cheap. Like, people wouldn't dare spend their dollars over there. But the second they will build it up, everybody will move in, and the price was go stupid high. Why? Because now they wanted to, you know, come off as safe, and they want to make sure everybody is being, you know, well taken care of. And I put quotations because I don't want y'all to be like, well, what you mean? But at that point, because it's redline, the other side would be mad expensive. You can't go over there and spend your dollar.
Right. So it drives out the people who've been there, and then they have to go to an expensive place somewhere else, or a place that is even below what it once was. So
yeah, like I said,
which isn't a good place.
Yeah.
Didn't want us to get there.
And then the owners were actually around, the creators of the place. And then so I actually brought these questions up to them and then asked them, what do you think about this place becoming, you know, gentrified and all that good stuff? And I actually had a fairly good answer. They told me the definition is actually when you're moving people out. They're like, hey, this rooftop, this was abandoned. Nobody was using it. So literally they built this whole oasis that completely takes you away from where you're at on top of a rooftop. And they've got nightlife there, they've got music, they've got restaurants, they've got, basically got it all. And you see a lot of these different pop-ups spaces in Brixton. And one of the other places that I got a chance to visit with my friend.
Moving people out was the answer.
That's what we had just talked about.
Yeah.
But why is it abandoned? Because I know that we did another video of, I believe it was the Brixton area, and it was a man who said that they went up on the prices in a market that he was in. And so they went up on the prices and people were moving out, and so he started buying the places where the people were moving out. That is gentrification.
Exactly.
You know, going up on the prices.
That takes me to a movie. Don't ask me the title. I can't give it to y'all. But if I find it, I'll put it in the comment section. This lady and her son was living in this apartment complex. Everything was being broken apart. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Tiana Sailor?
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
forgot the name
holes
of the
in the
movie.
wall, leaks in the ceilings, and she's trying to hardest to maintain a lifestyle.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
across the street was a beautiful complex, right? And people were slowly moving in.
They
But
fixed
then
it
that
up to be
owner,
beautiful.
they fixed it up. That owner of that complex bought that one. And
Gentrification.
she's like, okay, so I got to move out so you guys can fix everything. Kudos. I love that. But next thing you know, she couldn't move back in because she couldn't afford it. The price went up.
Things started breaking and he purposely wasn't fixing it.
And
So
everybody
that she couldn't
slowly,
move out.
I mean, obviously everybody had to slowly move out because the price went up. And, you know, if you're struggling to fix a hole in the wall and leak, how are you going to afford to live there once it's all fixed up? So, yeah, the building must have been abandoned. But when it got fixed up,
Yeah, so it brings me to a personal issue that I'm not going to bring up, but I'm going to bring up kind of the topic that we went through. Remember when we got a new owner of the apartment that we was renting?
yeah, and this wasn't in Texas, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't in Texas.
We doing good.
Yeah, that was sort of that.
Basically, yeah, he didn't want to.
Fix nothing.
All his dates changed, and we
Child.
was like, but we had it set in stone to this, and we got this that we have that we got an issue with. And you don't want to make changes to this, but you're raising this, and what about the appliances you're gonna do with somebody? And it's like, yeah, yeah,
But the movie with Tiana Taylor came out like last year. If
yeah.
y'all want to go find it. It was a good one.
Was called Pop-Up Brixton. And then here, this is probably one of my favorite places there. You've got some vendors that are selling local, kind of like hipster African gear, like dashikis. And then you've got the restaurants, you've got bars, you've got coffee, you want cookies. It's all within Pop-Up Brixton. Hey, I've been talking long enough, but there's one thing. If you're coming to London, I can't recommend seeing Brixton. So if you're watching this video when I release it a month, or if you're watching it years from now, it's changing every single day. And it's gonna be special. No matter what time that you visit it, I can't recommend it enough. Because one of the things that I actually recommend are places that I like to go. Like if they were actually shooting up and knifing people and it was dangerous in Brixton, and why would it be cool, right? I wouldn't tell you to go there because I want you to actually leave Brixton okay. I don't want you to get robbed.
Right.
I want you to have an amazing experience. And it just like irritates me when people think the only thing in London is like tea and crumpets. I'm like, nah, fam. Right? You've got the cool white people, you've got cool Indians, you got the Chinese community, you got the black community, you got so many different communities that I want to share with the world. And that I mean, most of the people that are watching are people coming to visit London. But anyways, Passport Heavy, we'll be back in London. I'm out of here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure
Hey, yeah, we're gonna stop right there. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. Love what he did with this video, by the way. Very jam-packed, informative, and yeah. At the end of the day, you still want to love on everybody, still want to enjoy your scenery, and you still want to help your community grow. At that, you know, but yeah, that's what it is. I think he did good with this one.
Yeah, Brixton is definitely at the top of our list. It was at the top of our list before this video for our layover that we are planning.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.